Welcome friends. So today we will be seeing one of the passage. So this passage is also from Cambridge 12. This is the reading passage 1. You should spend about 20 minutes on questions 1 to 13 which are based on reading passage 1 below. So this is the title of our passage, The History of Glass. So from the title we can assume that there must be something regarding glass in this passage. Okay, as we are seeing no ABCD is mentioned, so we will quickly mark our number of paragraphs 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So in total we have 7 paragraphs. So now we will quickly mark our keywords in our question types. So here we have 2 question types. Questions 1 to 8, complete the notes below. Choose one word only. So this is very important. If they are asking for one word, then write only one word. Choose one word only from the passage for each answer. Write your answers in boxes 1 to 8 on your answer sheet. So this is the title of our notes. Okay, The History of Glass. Let's quickly mark our keywords. Early humans used a material called dash to make sharp points of their dash. 4000 BC. So this is our keyword, 4000 BC. (4000 BC) dash made of stone were covered in a coating of man-made glass. 1st century BC. Glass was colored because of the dash in the material. Until 476 AD, only the dash knew how to make glass. From 10th century, so these are our major keywords. Okay, from 10th century, Venetians become famous for making bottles out of glass. 17th century, George Ravenscroft developed a process using dash to avoid the occurrence of dash in blown glass. Mid 19th century, British glass production developed after changes to laws concerning dash. Okay, so we have marked our keywords. Let's see our another question type. Questions 9 to 13 in the boxes on your answer sheet. Write true if the statement agrees with the information, false if the statement contradicts the information, and not given if there is no information on this. Okay, so now let's quickly mark our keywords. 9 number. In 1887, so this is our keyword. H.M. Ashley, this is also our keyword, had the fastest bottle producing machine that existed at the time. Michael Owens was hired by a large US company to design a fully automated bottle manufacturing machine for them. 11 number. Nowadays, most glass is produced by large international manufacturers. 12 number. Concern for the environment is leading to an increased demand for glass containers. 13 number. It is more expensive to produce recycled glass than to manufacture new glass. Okay, so we have marked our keywords. So we will now quickly, here we have to look for these in 1877 keyword, and here we have to look for early humans used a material called dash to make sharp points of that dash. We have to look for these keywords, okay, initially. So we will now, let's quickly read our paragraphs and let's find our answers. So our first paragraph. So now let's quickly read it. From our earliest origin, so this early we have seen as our keyword in our questions. Okay, from our earliest origin, man has been making use of glass. Historians have discovered that a type of natural glass, obsidian, formed in places such as the mouth of volcano as a result of the intense heat of an eruption melting sand was first used as tips for spears. Archaeologists have even found evidence of man-made glass which dates back to 4000 BC. So this is also a keyword. This took the form of glazes used for coating stone beads. It was not until 1500 BC, however, that the first hollow glass container was made by covering a sand core with a layer of molten glass. Okay? Made by covering a sand core with a layer of molten glass. So let's see whether we are getting our answers. As we have seen our three keywords here. Okay, 4000 BC. This is also our keyword we have seen. So let's see whether we are getting our answers or not. So early humans used a material called dash to make the sharp point of that dash. We have seen this point. Sharp points means we have seen this word also. So in the same paragraph only we have seen early humans used material called, historians were discovered that a type of natural glass, obsidian is a material, okay, which early humans are using to make sharp points of formed in the places such as the mouth of volcano as a result of the intense heat of an eruption of melting sand was first used as the tips. Sharp points mean tips of spears. What do I mean by spears? Spears is a long pole with a sharp point at one end used for hunting or fighting. Okay, I hope you have understood the meaning of spears. So our answer will be obsidian and spears. So early humans used a material called obsidian. Look for the spelling. Spellings are very important, okay? Obsidian, O-B-S-I-D-I-A-N, O-B-S-I-D-I-A-N, obsidian, and to make the sharp points of their spears, S-P-A-R-S, spears, okay? S-P-E-A-R-S, spears. Look for the spelling. Spellings are very important, okay? And we have also seen this 4000 BC keyword. 4000 BC, dash made up of stone were covered in a coating of man-made glass. So we have seen this keyword. Archaeologists have even found evidence of man-made glass. This is our keyword, man-made glass, which dates back to 4000 BC. This took the form of glazes used for coating stone beads. Okay, so our answer will be beads, used for the coating of beads. So 4000 BC, beads made of stone were covered in a coating of man-made glass, okay, and we have found these all keywords, okay, man-made glass, 4000 BC, coating stone, okay, and our answer will be beads, B-E-A-D-S, beads. I hope you have understood this, from where we are getting our answers, okay. And third one, 1st century BC, glass was colored because of the dash in the material. So these things we have not seen in this paragraph. Okay, we have not seen anything regarding 1st century in this paragraph. So we will move forward towards our another question type. And here they are asking for in 1887 H.M. Ashley. So we have not found anything regarding this. So we will move forward towards our second paragraph. And now let's quickly read our second paragraph. Glass blowing became the most common way to make glass containers from the 1st century BC. So this is our keyword. The glass made during this time was highly colored due to impurities of the raw material. In the 1st century AD, methods of creating colorless glass were developed, which was then tinted by the addition of the coloring materials. Okay, so we have seen this keyword 1st century BC. So let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So 1st century BC, glass was colored because of the impurities in the raw material. Okay, I hope you have understood this, and we are getting our answer from here. The glass made during this time was highly colored due to impurities of the raw material. So our answer will be impurities. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Look for the spellings. Spellings are very important. Another question, until 476 AD, only the Danes knew how to make glass. So this thing we have not seen yet. So we will move forward. In the same paragraph, we will move forward. The secret of glass making was taken across Europe by the Romans during this century. However, they guarded the skill. They guarded the skill means they guarded or protected the skills and technology required to make glass very closely. And it was not until their empire collapsed in 476 AD, this is our keyword 476 AD, that glass making knowledge became widespread throughout Europe and the Middle East. From the 10th century onwards, the Venetians gained a reputation for technical skill and an artistic ability in the making of glass bottles, and many of the city's craftsmen left Italy to set up glass works throughout Europe. Okay, and we have found our keyword here 476 AD. Okay, so let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So, until 476 AD, only the Danes knew how to make glass. Only the Romans knew how to make glass. Okay. So here, the secret of glass making was taken across Europe by the Romans. Okay, by the Romans during this century. So our answer will be Romans. However, Romans guarded the skill and technology required to make glass very closely. Okay, I hope you have understood this, from where we are getting our answer. Okay, until 476 AD, only the Romans knew how to make glass. And afterwards, after that decline, it spread to Europe. Okay, I hope you have understood this. From 10th century, Venetians become famous for making bottles out of glass. And here they are talking about the 17th century. So this 17th century we have not seen in this paragraph. Okay. And in another question type, they are asking for 1887. Okay. So we will move forward towards our third paragraph. So now let's quickly read our third paragraph. A major milestone in the history of glass occurred with the invention of lead crystal glass by English glass manufacturer George Ravenscroft, 1632 to 1683. He attempted to counter the effect of clouding that sometimes occurred in blown glass by introducing lead to the raw material used in the process. The new glass he created was softer and easier to decorate and had a higher refractive index, adding to its brilliance and beauty, and it proved invaluable to the optical industry. It is thanks to Ravenscroft's invention that optical lenses, astronomical telescope, microscope, and the like became possible. Okay, so here we are getting our keywords. George Ravenscroft. Okay, we have seen this. Our keyword. George Ravenscroft. So let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So 17th century, George Ravenscroft developed a process using dust to avoid the occurrence of dust in the blown glass. So this thing, blown glass, we have also seen in the same paragraph only. So from here, he attempted to counter the effect of clouding, okay, clouding that sometimes occurred in blown glass by introducing lead to the raw material used in the process. Okay, so our answer will be clouding and lead. Okay, and from here we are getting our answer. So we will write George Ravenscott developed a process using lead to avoid the occurrence of clouding in blown glass. Okay, look for the spellings are very important. Okay friends, I hope you have understood this from where we are getting our answer. Okay, so don't confuse in 17th century. Here they have mentioned 1632 to 1683, which means 17th century. Okay, don't confuse in this, otherwise you will not get answer. Okay, here they have mentioned 1632 to 1683, and here they have mentioned 17th century, so it is the same only. Okay, I hope you have understood this. And here they are asking for mid 19th century, and here they are asking for in 1887. So this thing we have not seen in this paragraph, so we will move quickly towards our fourth paragraph. So now let's quickly read our fourth paragraph. In Britain, the modern glass industry only really started to develop after the repeal. What do you mean by repeal? Repeal means to officially make a law no longer valid. Okay, to officially make a law no longer valid after the repeal of the Excise Act in 1845. Before that time, heavy taxes had been placed on the amount of glass melted in a glass house and were levied continuously from 1745 to 1845. Joseph Paxton's Crystal Palace at London Great Exhibition of 1851 marked the beginning of a glass as a material used in the building industry. This revolutionary new building encouraged the use of glass in public, domestic and horticultural architecture. Glass manufacturing techniques also improved with the advancement of science and the development of better technology. So in this paragraph we have seen let's see laws. We have seen this excise action in 1845 means here they are talking about some law. Okay, so let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So mid 19th century British glass production developed after changes to laws. Okay, after changes to laws concerning what? Concerning heavy taxes. Okay, so taxes will be our answer. Okay, so concerning taxes, TAXEX, taxes. So taxes will be our answer. I hope you have understood this. Mid 19th century means 1845. Okay, they are talking about. I hope you have understood this. So with this we have completed our complete the notes. We have found our all the answers of complete the notes. Okay, and our another question type, our keyword is in 1887 H.M. Ashley. So we have not seen anything regarding this in our fourth paragraph. So we will move forward towards our fifth paragraph. And now let's quickly read our fifth paragraph. So now let's quickly read it. From 1887 onwards, so this is our keyword 1887 onwards, glass making developed from traditional mouth blowing to a semi-automatic process after factory owner H.M. Ashley, so this is also our keyword, introduced a machine capable of producing 200 bottles per hour in Castleford, Yorkshire, England, more than 3 times quicker than any previous production method. Then in 1907, the first fully automated machine was developed in the USA by the Michael Owens, founder of the Owens Bottle Machine Company, later the major manufacturers Owen, Illinois, and installed in its factory. Owen's invention would produce an impressive 2,500 bottles per hour. Other developments followed rapidly, but it was not until the First World War, when Britain became cut off from the essential glass suppliers, that glass became part of the scientific sector. Previous to this, glass had been seen as a craft rather than a precise science. So we have seen so many things. We have found so many keywords, okay? We have seen so many keywords in this paragraph. Keywords such as 1887, H.M. Ashley, okay? Keywords such as Michael Owens. So let's see whether we are getting our answers or not. So in our first question, what they are asking in true false not given. In 1887, H.M. Ashley had the fastest bottle producing machine that existed at the time. That existed at the time means at that time only the fastest bottle producing machine was existed at H.M. Ashley's. Okay. So from 1887 onward, glass making developed from traditional mouth blowing to the semi-automatic. After factory owner H.M. Ashley introduced a machine capable of producing 200 bottles per hour in Castleford, more than 3 times quicker than any previous production method. Okay, so we are getting our answer from here to here, and both the statements are agreeing with each other. Okay, both the statements agrees with each other, so we will write true in front of 9 in our answer sheet. Okay, I hope you have understood this. We will write true. I hope you have understood this from where we are getting our answer. In question they are asking, H.M. Ashley had the fastest bottle producing machine that existed at the time. Yes, at that time only H.M. Ashley's machine produces 200 bottles per hour, which is 3 times quicker than any previous production method. Okay, I hope you have understood this from where we are getting our answer from here to here. Okay. Ten number. Michael Owens was hired by a large US company to design a fully automated bottle manufacturing machine for them. We have seen this keyword Michael Owens. Let's see. So Michael Owens, founder of the Owens Bottle Machine Company, later the major manufacturer Owens, Illinois, and installed in its factory. Owens' invention could produce an impressive 2,500 bottles per hour. Other development followed rapidly, but it was not until the First World War. So, in question they are asking, Michael Owens was hired by a large US company to design a fully automated bottle manufacturing machine for them. No, this statement is completely wrong. Okay, so we will write false in front of 10 in our answer sheet. This statement is completely wrong. Okay, Michael Owens was not hired by large US company. Okay, it was himself, Michael Owens, who had designed the fully automated machine. Okay, and not the US company had hired him. Okay, I hope you have understood this, and from here we are getting our answer. Then in 1907, the first fully automated machine was developed in the USA by Michael Owens, founder of the Owens Bottle Machine Company. Okay, it was designed and it was developed by Michael Owens, and not the USA has not hired him. Okay, I hope you have understood this, and we are getting our answer from here to here. I hope you have understood this. Okay, and that's why we have written false here. Let's see another question. Nowadays, most glass is produced by the large international manufacturers. So we have not seen anything regarding this, that most glass is produced by large international manufacturers. So we will move forward towards our 6th paragraph. So now let's quickly read our 6th paragraph. Today, glass making is big business. It has become a modern high-tech industry. Operating in a fiercely competitive global market where quality, design and service levels are critical to maintaining market share. Modern glass plants are capable of making millions of glass containers a day in many different colors, with green, brown and clear, brown and clear remaining the most popular. Few of us can imagine modern life without glass. It features in almost every aspect of our lives, in our homes, our cars, and whenever we sit down to eat or drink. Glass packaging is used. Glass packaging is used for many products. Many beverages are sold in glass, and are numerous foodstuffs as well as medicine and cosmetics. So let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So 11th number, nowadays most glass is produced by large international manufacturers. So this entire line we have not seen in the paragraph. Okay, let's move forward. Concern for the environment is leading to an increased demand for glass containers. So we have not seen anything regarding environment and concern in this paragraph. So we will move forward towards our 7th paragraph, that is the last paragraph. So now let's quickly read it. Glass is an ideal material for recycling, and with growing consumer concern, so we have found our keywords: concern for green issues. Green issues means environmental issues. Okay, green issues means environmental issues. Glass bottles and jars are becoming very popular. Glass recycling is good news for the environment. Okay, so this is we have found our keywords: environment, concern. Okay, so let's see what they are asking here. Concern for the environment is leading to an increased demand for glass container. Yes, this is true. This is true. We have seen the same thing here. Okay. Glass is an ideal material for recycling, and with growing consumer concern for green issues, glass bottles, jars are becoming ever more popular. Glass recycling is good news for the environment. Okay, I hope you have understood this. That for the concern of the environment is leading to an increased demand for glass container. So these statements agreeing with each other. So that's why we have written true, and we will write true in front of 12 in our answer sheet. Last question. It is more expensive to produce recycled glass than to manufacture new glass. So let's see. It saves used glass containers being sent to landfill, as less energy is needed to melt recycled glass than to melt down raw material. This is also saves fuel and production cost. Production cost means it also saves fuel, and production cost means it is cheap. Recycling also reduces the need for raw materials to be quarried, thus saving precious resources. Okay, so let's see. It is more expensive to produce recycled glass than to manufacture new glass. So this statement is completely contraindicated. Okay, so we will write false in front of 13 in our answer sheet. From where we are getting our answer? So we are getting our answer from here. From here, okay. It saves used glass containers being sent to landfill, as less energy is needed to melt recycled glass than to melt down the raw material. And this also saves fuel and the cost. Okay, it is cheap and it is not very costly. Okay, so it is more expensive to produce recycled glass than to manufacture glass. This statement, both the statements are contradicting, so that's why we have written false. Okay, I hope you have understood this. And in 11 number, we have not seen this entire line in any of the paragraph, so we will write not given in front of 11 in our answer sheet. I hope you have understood this, and with this we have completed our entire passage. Okay, and the passage is from Cambridge 12, and the title is The History of Glass. So friends, try to learn and try to practice as many as passages as you can.